Hi, how are you? Oh, can you hear me? Oh, you're on mute. I thought it was me, but it's you. You're on mute. Can you hear? No, I can't hear you. I can hear. I just asked you to unmute. Did you see it?
Huh?
There we go.
Now we good?
Hi.
Hi, it's so nice to meet you. Hi.
I'm Jonna.
Hi.
Oh.
I'm Tasia.
Yes, that I figured. I've been on Instagram.
How are you? Good morning.
Awesome. Yes, good morning. It's afternoon over here. I'm on the East Coast. Hey, Mitzi.
Morning.
Good morning.
How are you, Mitzi?
Good. How was everyone's weekend?
Wonderful.
Lovely. Did your son do anything for you, Mitzi?
That's all roses.
Wow.
That's
That
beautiful.
was a nice day.
And they match your shirt.
What's that?
They match your shirt.
It does. What about you ladies?
I got to go home.
Did you? Good.
Yes. I was out of my house.
Oh,
Yeah. No, Mitzi knows all about it. My dishwasher exploded last month, and yeah, my whole house had to be ripped apart. It was lovely. And I was not home for almost a month. I don't know if that has ever happened to you, but it is not fun. So all I wanted for Mother's Day yesterday was to be able to go home, and I finally got to go home at like 5 o'clock.
Oh my gosh. She has 3 little ones, by the way.
oh my gosh. So
Very
you've
little.
been out of your house with your kids?
Yeah. And 2 very large dogs.
No.
Yeah.
So that was a perfect birthday gift then to be able to go home.
Yes, it was. And then when we got home, I don't know if you guys like geek out on appliances like I do, but my husband got me a cafe range and an oven that I was like dying for. And he was like, I'm like, okay, you're right. We don't need to like spend a bunch. It's not our dream house. It was there. It's really exciting.
With the brass? Did you get the brass?
Yes.
Oh my God,
Yes.
it's gorgeous.
Oh my God, to die. And he got the matching microwave, and I'm dying, and I just love him so much. So, these little things that make me happy.
That's awesome.
That's a pretty big little thing.
I know. It's great.
Well, we are going to give it a few minutes.
Yes.
Okay. I'm trying to do my things, but you don't mind me. I, of course, have to work after this, so I'm just getting ready.
Well, that's why you're a rock star.
That's kind of awesome.
Every Monday. I know one of my clients called me last night, and she was drinking wine, and she's like, "Why are you not drinking?" I'm like, "I have things to do in the morning. I can't be up all night. Like, I have to work." Just never ends, you guys.
It really doesn't.
Gianna, do you have kids?
I do. I have 2 boys who were trying to be so nice to me yesterday. They wanted to order me breakfast. So they're like, "Mom, can we borrow your phone and we'll do Uber Eats?"
Yeah.
So we went to go order it. But hello, I paid that bill. And then I took them to the flower shop to get, flowers for all their grandparents and everything. And they're like, "Mom, can we buy you flowers?" I'm like, "No, I would have to pay for them. You didn't even bring your wallets in." No.
How old are they?
They're 9 and 11.
Oh, yeah. Bust out the piggy bank, guys.
Exactly. They just didn't bring it with them. And then it's like, "Oh, Mom, I'll pay you back." I'm like, I'm not footing the bill for my.
This is your life. This is life forever.
Exactly.
That'll happen when they're 35. Mom. I think so. Did you guys see? I posted on my story yesterday, my son telling me Happy Mother's Day. Mitzi, you saw it, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Did you see it?
I saw it.
Did you see it? Happy Mother's Day.
You know what it reminded me of? The Wizard of Oz was like, "We represent." His little voice.
Oh, Munchkin. Yeah. Yeah, he was. it was, you know, having those kids out of the house. I'm surprised they did as well as they did for not being home for almost a month. We were all losing our minds. So they did pretty well, I think. But no, he was in a mood. He was in a mood yesterday.
I think
Happy Mother's Day.
you're definitely gonna have to share your
Love them. Huh?
you have to share your Instagram handle. I'm sure you will get to that throughout your presentation today, but for everyone to go on and see, I wonder if it's still on, if your story is
That story?
Yeah.
That story, yeah, I think it is because it was like probably like 11 a.m. So it should still be there.
Okay.
Yeah, he does. He has gems. He's like a one-liner.
I've seen some of them.
I always post his when he cusses too. He says his grown-up words. Welcome to my house.
So I think we're about ready to get started. I am going to stream this live on Facebook, on our Facebook group. Last time it took me a minute to just figure out. So if everyone could just bear with me just a
I've never been on this before live with you guys, even watching, because I'm always working or with children. So take your time. I'm fumbling through it as well.
Thank you. Okay, should be just a second. Mitzi, did you want to sing for us again as I'm doing this?
Did you say sing?
Yeah, you were.
Are you singing? Do you sing on here?
No.
I'll sing with you.
Oh my goodness.
What did you sing last time?
Now.
No, she hasn't.
What did you sing last time?
She didn't, but she will one day.
He's teasing me.
I'm totally teasing. And now we are live on Facebook. So hello and welcome everybody to Ask Our Experts. We're very excited to have this up and running on our Facebook channel as well as here on Zoom. So hello and welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everybody. Today is Monday, so it is our product giveaway day, which I'll be announcing a little later. We also have our wholesale offer that I'll be giving to you at the end of today's session. If you have any questions throughout, please put them in the chat box on Zoom or in the comment section on Facebook, and we will get to those and read them. And also to enter to win our product giveaway, you can comment with your email address in the chat on Zoom, or just even drop your name or thumbs up or anything on our Facebook, and we will add you to our giveaway list. And oh yes, you can also hashtag Epicuren Expert on social media for additional entries to win. Okay, so I think that takes care of business. Mitzi, I'm going to kick this off to you for introduction.
Well, good morning and good afternoon to everyone. I am excited to be part of today's Zoom, Ask Our Expert Zoom. I am Mitzi Godwin, Regional Account Executive for Greater Los Angeles and Central Coast. And today I am welcoming our good friend and spa partner, Miss Tasia Roberts. And
hi, good morning.
She's going to share with us a very special story of her success after one of the most difficult and challenging years in most people's careers and businesses this past year. And she was able to come out the other side by tripling her retail sales and keeping that bond with her clients strong, as well as starting to welcome them back in for treatments now, and becoming a complete social media success. So I cannot wait for you guys to hear it. She's going to share with us where her business is located and how long she's been an esthetician and a spa partner with Epicuren. Take it away, Miss Tasia.
Okay, so I'm in Westlake Village, California, which is in Southern California. It's right outside of LA for those who don't know. I've been an esthetician for 10 years and probably a spa partner with you guys for about 8 years. It was there. I started working at a spa or a salon when I first got started, and they carried it, but not really, nobody really knew anything about it. So when I started, I was dabbling in different skincare lines, and I tried Epicuren and I fell in love. And I tried other things because, it's very expensive. So I wanted to kind of have a different price point with people, but I couldn't. It was just too good. And so I was like, well, if I'm going to carry this, I have to really make people love it as much as I do. So I went and took my certification class, which I loved and learned so much, and just kind of dove into it and tried to learn everything about every product that I could, and featured it in all of my facials and did little giveaways here and there. But, I was very tiny and I had started from nothing. I had no clients, but I started in a salon who had 40 stylists, and I was the only esthetician. So I just kind of embraced that and would walk around and sample things to people and tell them how amazing it was. And the company was not as big as it was now, by far. Tiny. No one had ever really heard of it. Only people who were like really into skincare had heard of it. So I needed to make it kind of sell itself, and I wanted to make it popular and just show people how amazing it was. So that's what I've been trying to do. And I finally moved out on my own, and it was still very slow starting. You still have nothing. So I, over the last 8 years, built this business with my blood, sweat, and tears, and made Epicuren my main focus. And it has really, really paid off, and people just fall in love. They just fall in love. And I think between the reputation of the company and the products are so yummy and luxurious, and of course everyone loves that, and the packaging is beautiful, so that kind of sells itself. But then they start seeing the results from it, and I just cannot speak enough praises about it. And people trust me now, so they want to know everything about it, and I try to teach them everything about it.
So with the shutdown, Tasia, it really limited how we were connecting with clients and,
Yeah.
Like I said, staying in touch with them. And you had such success with, home care purchases with them. Tell us a little bit about how you kept that connection and how you navigated and utilized social media in particular to do so.
Well, I'm very close with all of my clients anyway, so I kind of talk to them regularly. I'm always checking in on everyone to see how they're doing throughout the month, even before I see them the next time around. So it wasn't odd for me to start immediately calling everybody, checking in how they're doing when everything just fell apart. And I think once we all kind of realized, like, oh, we're not going back to work, and who knows when, you have a little bit of like a freak out. Like, what am I going to do? And a lot of us, I think, probably support our families, with this business. So I kind of just flipped into beast mode and was like, okay, well, we're home now. I literally came in here one day and took everything off my shelves, all my back bar, everything, went and took every like reserve I had for buying product and bought tons of back bar. And I started making these little like custom facial kits for people. And so I started posting it on my social media. Like, this is what I'm going to be doing for you guys. I know we're all stuck at home. I don't want to lose touch with any of you. I want to keep everybody pretty and happy during this time. They couldn't go get waxed. They couldn't go get facials. They couldn't go get Botox. They couldn't go get anything. So I kind of took advantage of that as much as I could. And how am I going to keep these people happy is basically what I was thinking, and keep my people in the loop, because as we all know, they all start falling off. If you don't talk to them, they all just start falling off and they forget how amazing it is to be here. So I contacted every single one of my clients personally, and which took time, but we had plenty of time. And I told them, I'll make you whatever you want. You can come by and pick up whatever you want. I will ship to your house. I will drop off to your house, whatever you want to do. I set up an assembly line in my garage, in my living room. And every night I would just go along and make what every single person needed and requested. I would make these facial kits. Started off custom, and then I just kind of like made a general one. And then I posted what they could buy. And I posted that we were doing now drop ship, which is amazing. So easy. And I don't think people knew that I had people who they weren't clients of mine saying, this is so amazing that you're doing this. My esthetician isn't doing this, which was weird. You would think, that would be the first thing you would do. So I started, all of my clients were taken care of. And then they would share the little things they would get from me on their Instagram. And then I started getting just like floods of people contacting me, like, help me. My skin is crazy. I'm dry from this pandemic. I can't stop drinking. I can't stop eating. My face is a mess. And so I started offering FaceTime consultations for people all over the country. So people would refer people to me, and then I would send them and drop ship them an entire product regimen. And I'm still doing that with these people to this day. So it kind of, now we're back to work, and I have an entire other revenue stream coming in from all these other people that I didn't have before. And it just worked out really well. But I will tell you, I probably worked harder during pandemic than I work now. So it was up all night, but it paid off. It was really great. I never would have thought that it would have been such a payoff. And I made people feel good about themselves through this. So
that's what I made it next. What some of the special things that you would do with on your social media, as far as thanking your clients and giveaways, product giveaways you were doing, contests. And one in particular was, if you could share about, you welcomed your clients if they would nominate a friend of theirs that they wanted to make feel beautiful. And that was sharing your story of how you became an esthetician. So if you could tell a little bit about that.
I know you love that story. So I think when you get on these videos, obviously I shoot them. They're probably like 40 minutes long, and then I edit them and stuff, but I kind of just like pour my heart out on a lot of them. You just start talking. It's kind of like a therapy session. And that one in particular, I felt that, when I shared, as you know, when I was younger, I was bullied, and my parents were pretty like non-existent. They didn't really instill a lot of self-esteem. And so although I seemingly had good self-confidence, it was like fake self-confidence. And I used beauty products and just, makeup and things to make myself feel better. Like Mitzi, we were talking about how I had this drawer in my bedroom when I was like 12 that like the top drawers in my dresser were, they should have been like underwear and socks, and they were just massive amounts of beauty products, like creams and masks and perfumes. And, I would have all my friends over, and we would do face masks, and like we would do the pot of hot water over the sink and put our heads over with a towel and like crack a tea bag in there. It was like full-blown spa at my house. It was amazing. So that's what I did. And then I think I just naturally got it. I think you get it or you don't. And I just felt like I wanted to make people feel, it made me feel good. So I think I wanted to make people feel good about themselves, because a lot of people went through much worse than I did, or something similar. And I think when you talk about that, people really relate to you. And so I'm always thinking of things that I can do to relate to people, to do these giveaways. And of course, it's to get people to see you, to notice you, to log on and follow you and buy stuff and whatever. But I really do like to make people feel good. So that one in particular, I asked people to share their stories about someone who they thought deserved to feel beautiful, that maybe didn't feel so beautiful all the time, whether they were pregnant or a new mom or had gone through something similar, or had been sick, or, I got a lot of people who their friend had gone through cancer treatment, or a mom who can barely brush her hair in the morning, or people who just don't know how to do things for themselves. They would never come in and get a facial or buy $140 face cream. It's out of the question for them. So I thought it would be nice to, even though if they didn't continue it, to get a little present. And the girl who I picked had, oh my gosh. So I don't even, it was like a heartbreaking story. But then, so all the people who I sent her the big present, and then all the people who also had been nominated, I sent them all like a little facial kit and present. And it was really well. The response from people was amazing. People were crying. People called me and they just said, I'm so happy that you shared this, because I went through something very similar, or my sister did, or my mom, or whoever it was. And people really get riled up. It's emotional, but I think it's good for people to talk about this stuff. Sometimes when people, how this business is, you're the only person they tell stuff to sometimes. You're like their therapist. So I think it's nice for people. It made me, it breaks my heart sometimes, but it makes me feel good more than break my heart. So
I love that.
Makes me happy to help people, make them feel pretty.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you are very consistent with your videos, whether they're on your story or, on your feed, and you
Try to be.
you feature products, regularly. How do you select the products? And because what I love about your videos is that, I mean, they're so sincere, because what you're talking about, you love and you're passionate.
I do. So, I always tell my clients this, that everything that's on my shelves, every single product on my shelves, I have tried personally for at least 30 days. Even if it's something that maybe I think would not be for my skin type, I need to know how it smells, how it emulsifies on your skin, how much you need to use, blah, 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 blah. So I plus they, if they know that I've tried it, then they'll trust me, and I can tell them, no, that one's not for you. So, how I select them is, well, obviously if you guys have like the product of the month, or if you guys come out with a new kit, I push, especially if I really, really love the product, because I've most likely used it. But then, a lot of the times the main way is the season. So like summertime, I'm going to be, I do sunscreens, noni, aloe, hyperpigmentation stuff, basically sun protection stuff, and how to stay away from it. But then it could be something just like a conversation I have with a client who's really interested in something or is having an issue. Then I tailor it kind of to them, which makes them feel good when they see the video. And then they tag their friends, and then but then I think it pertains to a lot of people as well. It seems to go in like this ebb and flow, is everybody kind of is interested and needs the same thing at the same time. So, one person needs a peel for their face, so do 800,000 other people at that time, because, here comes the sun. It's wonderful. Exactly. So I kind of, it's based on you guys, what you guys are offering, as well as what my clients need at the time.
And I know one of the things that you do quite often is you feature screenshots of actual clients texting you about their experience from a treatment or a product kit that you put together just for them, you customize for them. Mm-hmm. And it just is so amazing, the comments and the love that they feel, because you've completely remedied their situation.
Yes. I tailor to every single person. Every single person feels very special when they leave here. And it's very hard to, it's very extra what I do for them. And I don't think a lot of people do that for their clients, but it really pays off. They really, really love you. And then you get these amazing text messages all the time. I get them all hours of the night. It's hilarious. If you go back and I'll post some of them later today, like all of my best ones. They are just, these girls and guys are pretty amazing. But it's amazing when, was that?
I was gonna say, I love how you kind of have to block out some words.
Sometimes I have to block stuff. Yes. No, we don't censor in here. Oh, no. We're very open. And we know, I pretty much know everything about all of them. So whether it got someone ready for a date, or a night with their husband, or because I do a lot of waxing too, ladies. Let's remember that. So I mean, it's really funny. Some of them are like, oh, that's amazing. And then some of them are like, oh. They're so funny. But it's really cute how they all feel the need to, I love when they text me those. And I think they almost do it too, because they're like, are you going to post this one? Sometimes they'll get somebody like, post whatever you want. Go ahead.
Oh my goodness. Well, I think one of the things that I admire about you the most is how driven you are with your business, how you're taking it to the next level that I want you to share with everyone with your new space and your that you're doing. And all of this while being a mother to 3 little ones, including a toddler, a baby. I mean, you had him right before the pandemic, correct?
He was, yeah, when we got shut down, he was 4 months old.
Wow.
Yeah. So he's going to be 2. I have a 3-year-old, 2 boys, 1, 3, and then a 5-year-old girl. So, I don't have a lot of time and I'm always here. If I'm not with them, I am always here. So, this basically busting my butt so hard through this pandemic, and all with the goal in mind, because my partner and I had started looking for new places to start this new business venture before the pandemic. We were already looking for places, and this happened. We were like, no, like we were so close. We've been talking about it for 5 years, and we've both been having babies, and we're like, okay, we're almost out of diapers. We're almost out of bottles. We can do this. Now we can kind of like go back to work normally a little bit, because you never know what you're going to, sometimes you can be here and you have to leave on emergency all the time. You're a slave to those children. So, we did it. I don't know how, you guys, her and I worked so hard. She's a hairstylist. So, she did the same kind of thing. She was house calls. And it was just crazy how hard we worked. And we're home with those kids, and our husbands are amazing. We could not have done it without them. But, so now through the pandemic, we went, secretly, didn't tell anyone, and we're looking at places. And so we rented this amazing space, which is now they called me yesterday that the concrete's being ground to lay the plumbing, and we are building this beautiful beauty haven in Westlake. And, it's going to be, half of it is going to be her hair salon, and half of it is going to be my spa. And we're like, I can't even speak. We're so excited. It makes me want to cry. I might start crying if I start talking about it, because it's like her and I's dream just coming to, like, you never would think that you do think you'd be able to do this, which when you have all these babies and things, you don't know when. And we just kind of went for it and took every advantage of the pandemic, and it'll be open by July 1st, and we're really excited.
Congratulations.
Oh my gosh. I'm so
Congratulations.
excited. Thank you. Thank you. We're really excited. So I'll be showing you, we're taking actually videos of all the demo, us signing the leases, us, basically like breaking the champagne bottle, cutting the ribbon, and then we're going to make like a whole little story about it. And because my God, this is stressful. But we did it. We're doing it. It's very scary, but we're doing it. So we're really excited. Thank you for that. You're so supportive. So supportive. Thank you.
Yes. Well, of course, we're here for you. And some of our other friends that are joining us today and listening to your story, like Janet said, you're inspiring her so much to really take that leap with social media. Yeah. And her question to you is, how do you get past that shyness to, just make an impact?
It's really funny when you first start doing it. Cause remember I told you, Mitzi, like I've been trying to do this since before Eden's the one who's 5, since before she was born. And I just couldn't get it together to do it correctly. Cause you don't want it to look bad. You want it to look professional, cause you're competing with influencers and all of these people. And, I had to take like 100 videos at first. You just take like, I obviously don't take it and then like post it right away. So I would come in and I would shoot like 2 hours. I would sit here and just like talk about different things and see the angles and like see how I looked, and like, oh, like I kept saying the whole time, or I was chewing gum and I forgot. And then like you go back and I just use iMovie to start with, and you can edit. It's really easy, and you can edit out the parts that you don't like and doesn't look like you've edited anything out. It's really actually great. So then you just wait. You don't do anything until you have something that you're happy with. I started first by just posting pictures of me with product, not even videos. And even that gets people's attention. And like the best thing that I found that works is that you get like the text message from somebody that says, oh my God, I tried this and it's so awesome. I cannot even believe, thank you so much for turning me on to it. Something like that. And then you post what it is and what it does, and people then have questions. Whereas sometimes if you don't, then it doesn't really grab their attention as much. But I just kept trying. I'm like, I don't care if 2 people like it. You can look back on my ones from way long time ago. There would be like 15 people that liked it. And now it's a few hundred people or sometimes a couple thousand people. And I mean, I don't have a huge following base because I can't get on there as much as I would like to, but it's enough to where every time I post a product, I make it sells, it like flies off shelf. I told Mitzi knows I'll sell 10 of them that day. So you just keep, I mean, I just kept trying. Put what you're happy with, post what you're happy with, how you think you look presentable and, or, you know, whatever look you're going for. It seems weird to talk to a camera. Like the girl that I share space with here, she does like these really amazing body treatments. I'm like, why aren't you filming, doing these? These are insane. They really work. It's like a cellulite. It's like endermology where it's like the, you know, it's like the belt sander on your body where it like smooths out all the cellulite. It's incredible. And it really works. And she's like, oh my God, I could never do that. I can't do what you do. I'm like, yes, you can. Oh my God. Just set up your phone and start talking and going. And she's like, I could never do that. I'm like, yeah, if I could do it, you totally could do it.
I love it. So awesome. Well, I mean, this has been amazing. If anyone else has any questions, we have Miss Tasia's social media. You can certainly message her if you want
to. Oh my
share.
God, always. Yes. Love to. Yes.
Will you share your Instagram handle?
It's at tasia.makes.magic. And if you guys want, I'll post it on here. Yeah. And I'll do a post on my Instagram today, probably, if I can have 5 seconds.
Tasia.makes, is it another dot magic?
Yeah. Magic. Mm-hmm.
All right.
We make magic over here. Oh, yep. That's it. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Tasia. This has been amazing. I do have a question. What of your posts has done the best for you that you've got the most engagement from? Do you know off the top of your head?
The most likes or the most like people talking about it?
Engagement.
I think it's probably the giveaways, obviously, because people are trying to win something. But what did I post last week I posted something. Oh my God, I can't remember. I think the stories get a lot of engagement.
Okay.
The stories get a ton. Because I think people like the fact that people won't see what they're writing. And it's like a private message when they message it to you. And so you can kind of get into a little bit of a conversation with them. And those seem to work the best. And then, yes, of course, the giveaways.
That's great.
Or, of course, if you post something about kids, but I try not to do something with kids all the time. People just die to watch kids for some reason. They just love it. Like I posted a picture of Eden with sunscreen with the propolis sunscreen. And because I use that on them, and people were like, I want one, give me one. You use that on your kids? I'll take 2. Kids sell everything. Not that I'm exploiting my children or anything, but it works. Just a cute little picture.
That's a great, suggestion, even with the stories for people who are a little bit shyer, because the stories
yeah.
here, so it doesn't have to live on your feed. It can just go away, right?
Yeah, it can just go away. And I always try to post something funny first, or pop culture relevant, and then it kind of gets their attention. Like I started posting pictures of Daphne and Simon kissing on Bridgerton as my first story post, and everyone's watching the rest of the stories because they are just so amazing to watch. I don't know if you guys watch Bridgerton. I know Mitzi did, but it is never fails. Or something funny, like a funny meme or something. So something to get their attention.
Awesome. Well, it's working.
Thanks. I appreciate you guys so much. You're so supportive.
It's really incredible watching what you've done and your success over this past year, Tasia. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you. And thank you, Mitzi. And now is time for our giveaway. So we are going to be giving away the Extreme Cream, oddly enough, since you were just about it. But here we go. So our winner, I almost blow up on my lap. So that would have been really not good. Our winner is Rain. You won. Is she here?
Oh, yes, she is.
Yay, congratulations. And our code for 10% off your wholesale order today is Tenacity. And don't forget to enter to win our product giveaway for next week by commenting in the comment section of the Facebook post or right here in the chat if you haven't done so already. So thank you so much for joining us. Next week, we have more social media coming to you with one of Michelle's accounts who has had a lot of success on YouTube. So we'll be talking to her next week. So thank you again, Tasia. Thank you, Mitzi. And thank you everyone for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.